ho, ho. Welcome back, everybody. This is another holiday reaction. Don't ask, I have no idea what just happened to my voice for a moment there. This is another holiday reaction. I'm going with Silent Night, the metal version by Lyric Noel. Absolutely love what I've heard from Lyric Noel in the past, and looking forward to some more. So, without any further ado, let's do more by bringing this up. Sorry, I had to figure out what I was doing. There we go. Yes, a very unprofessional outfit here, I understand, but I've been having fun. I have been finding and learning so much new music, and Lyric Noel is one of those groups I never knew about until doing these reactions. If you get a chance, check out their version of Cry Little Sister from the Lost Boys. They have a cover of that, which I think is the absolute best cover of that song that I've heard. That is one of those songs that I love the original, love the movie. It's a movie I will watch to the end if I happen to be flipping by and it's on. Love the song. I've heard many covers of that song. Each one has left me wanting to immediately turn the original on and hear that, because they would always give me a taste, but never, it was like just getting a piece of something when I would hear a cover. Their cover was the first one that I've heard where afterwards I felt full. I felt like that nailed it. That was awesome. So if you get a chance, check that cover out. This is Silent Night. Happy holidays, everybody. Let's check this out. There will be a pause in there.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sunlight, glory stream from heaven above.
Okay, before we get any further, we're about halfway. I'm wondering if it's going to pick up even more or not. This is awesome. I am absolutely loving this so far. Yes, Tabby's here. She is starting to want dinner. So after this, I think I'll go feed them. She starts wanting dinner earlier and earlier every day. So try to keep her waiting a little bit so we don't start getting to the point where she's wanting dinner at like 11 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, wow. There I go to my shiny object syndrome. I go down this route. I keep on going until I branch off and branch off. But this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. Let's keep going.
Silent night, holy night, silent night, holy night, silent night,
Happy holidays, everybody. That was all sorts of awesome. If you've told me that at some point in time I was going to headbang to Silent Night, I probably would have thought you were crazy. If you told me there was going to be growling and in Silent Night, I definitely would have said, okay, you're no. Or I would have expected it was going to be, once in a while, there's these older groups that are, or not older groups, these groups that are out there that will just try to throw out a metal something where it's just more for shock value. This isn't for shock value. Yes, that's Tabby you here, as she is starting to whine, and I will go get her dinner after I'm done here. I'm getting kissed on the arm now. But this isn't a shock value. This is very well done. They impress me. They really do. I've got to find out more from them and check out some more of their stuff. Check out some of their original stuff. Kind of go from there. Let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on Lyric Noel in general? And what are your thoughts on this version of Silent Night? Yes, I know it doesn't have the normal Christmassy sound, but that's fine. I love the sound that it had. What kind of things are you looking forward to this holiday season? Are you looking forward to getting together with your family? Are you looking forward to any specific gifts? Let us know down below. What kind of traditions do you have that you might be looking forward to? I know with us, when the girls were young, all the way through up until now that they're living out on their own, we would always do like a one gift on Christmas Eve. We would come back from relatives' house, and then before they would get to bed, give them a chance to pick and open one of their gifts. Although we started to then select which of the ones they can pick from. Example there being, so let's say, for example, had gotten, maybe a Nintendo Wii or something, and one of the gifts was a game for a Nintendo Wii. At that point, allowing them just to open the game pretty much gives away. So, that kind of thing. But that's going way back now. There's not really any traditions right now. Unfortunately, recent death in the family, relatively recent, a few months, that has changed things up even more. It's just kind of amazing how things are now moving more towards, the younger generations, and let them kind of start to build their own traditions. So if they like any traditions that we've had growing up, let them keep it and move on. That's all totally up to them what kind of traditions they want to build from there forward. Pretty much not. That's frightening to think of, but not many people in my family's upline that are above me that are left. So with that, there's no real sense in continuing traditions for people who are no longer with us. If it's a tradition that you like, then yes, but obviously there are some traditions that have been around for years only because they've been around for years. And if you ask any of the people involved with it now, why do you do that? Their answer ends up being, well, we always have. And in many cases, well, I don't know. Found out, well, their parents used to. And their parents, and then their parents. So, anyway, wow. I don't get off on tangents at all. Thank you for joining me. I'm still on that push for 5K. I don't think that's going to necessarily happen, but let's see. And if I can get to 5K by the end of this year, before we turn 2026, I will do that cover. I'll select a cover and do it. And I'm not going to go with hard numbers now until we get closer. If it even looks like I can get to 5K, then for larger numbers, there will be the option of you guys selecting a song for me to cover, and then another one of me doing multiple songs. But I'm still several hundred away from 5K. So let's at least try to aim for that. Let's see what we can do. Thank you. Be good to each other out there. Let's start a new holiday tradition now, which is an act of kindness to pay forward. And then maybe that can be one of those little things where we can help start to turn things around. So with that said, and Tabby's really getting ready to eat here, and we're close enough. So with that said, thank you. Have a happy holiday. And take care, everybody. And keep your eyes to the sky or all around, because you never know what you might miss. If you're just staring at your phone. Take care, everybody. Bye.